Next, all new Ellen. Britney Spears performs live on stage. The interview you don't want to miss. Plus, Ed's Tom Cavanaugh. Next, all new Ellen.
Today at 4 on NBC 6.
From beautiful South Florida, this is the Rick Sanchez Show with Andi Tilis. On today's show,
A sensuous meal for lovers just in time for Valentine's Day. Chocolate not to eat, but to dip your hands in. A date to a Polynesian island right here in South Florida. And fashions to wear to lure your lover.
here's Rick and Andi.
Hi, everybody. Here we are. Boy, almost Valentine's Day.
Good morning, Valentine.
I'll tell you who's going to have a little bit of a problem with his Valentine.
Yes, go ahead.
Mel Gibson has come out and said, you know how we're constantly following things in the news with celebrities and such, and Mel Gibson has come out and essentially said that his wife is going to hell.
Which is crazy, because how long have they been married? 20, 30, 40
years? He loves
years?
her, and he's a wonderful husband.
They have like 10 or 12 kids.
But listen to what he said. You know, he's deeply religious.
Explain this, because otherwise it just sounds like he's cursing out his wife.
Well, no, he's Catholic. He's
right.
Very Catholic.
Very religious.
So much so that he believes that anyone who's not Catholic will have no salvation. In fact, here's what he said. This is something you're probably going to be hearing an awful lot about, and already have, perhaps. There is no salvation for those outside the church. My wife, for example, is a saint. She's a much better person than I am. She's like Episcopalian, he writes.
What does that mean? Was he talking to Brittany? She's like Episcopalian.
That's what the quote says. I can't change his words.
Okay.
She believes in God, he says. She knows Jesus, he goes on to say. And it's just not fair that she doesn't make it. That's just
Make it where? To heaven?
Right.
Wow.
That's just the pronouncement from the chair. I go with it.
That's kooky. Because that means that you and I are going to ignite into flames any second.
Well, you're Jewish, so as far as he's concerned, Ixay, Nixay.
Oh, yes, I'm Satan.
But to say that any other Christian, that's it is, and it's controversial, and it's
because
bound
his
to.
wife is a sweet lady.
But listen to what else he says, and I think this is extremely interesting. Mel Gibson has gone on to say, and we've got some pictures. Have we got the pics of the? The film is called The Passion of Christ. This is his big endeavor.
Oh, wow.
This is the most important thing that he's put together for a long time.
Him?
Yeah, and we have like the actor who's done it and stuff, but regardless, what he's saying is that if he hadn't done The Passion of Christ, this new movie that's coming out, which some people are saying...
He would have never felt this way?
No, he would have killed himself.
If he hadn't done the movie?
Correct, that he was suicidal,
Whoa.
And it was The Passion of Christ that has kind of delivered him. It
healed his wounds.
Those are his words. It has healed his wounds.
Really?
So, I mean, it's one of those Hollywood, it's kind of the flip side of Hollywood. Usually when you think of Hollywood people, you think of the people being way out there. But
I think that he's taking this a little too seriously. And I also think, what, did this just sneak up on him? His wife has not been Christian their whole marriage,
They've
obviously.
been together for the longest time. She's very devout. She's a very good Christian.
Let me ask you something else.
She's
Do you know
very
what his
religious.
Kids are?
Huh?
Are his kids Episcopalian or like something like that? Or are they...
I don't know. I know they're both very religious. It surprises me to find out that he's Catholic and she's Church of England. By the way, the Church of England is very close to Catholic. The only difference is...
Well, no, the Pope...
Yeah, Henry VIII basically separated it because he wanted to have another wife.
Well, you know a lot more about that than I do.
Well, you know. But anyway, there you have it.
That's sad.
It's controversy.
Mel, give me a break.
Wow. Mike Tyson's in the news as well. Guess what? He's down to... You ready for this? Here's a guy who's earned $257 million boxing.
Is that it? Boxing?
Well, guess what he's down to? $5,000.
Wait, $5,000 is what he's earning, or is that what he has in his checking account?
That's what they say he's got left. $5,000.
How do you do that, Mike?
You get arrested,
lawsuits,
arrests,
and just being cocky.
Yeah.
That's it.
Among other things.
That's crazy.
We have some video we want to share with you of a new thing that people are doing in South Florida. Accent on the word thing.
No, this looks delightful.
It's the nail thing.
Yeah.
Tell them about it.
This is something called chocolate nails. It is, I think we have something to show, showing the chocolate nail salon.
Yeah, it's a chocolate nail salon where,
and it's at the Alexander Hotel.
Right.
And what we call it, Face Maker Salon. Okay, right there, I believe the lady is having brown sugar rubbed on her feet.
Yeah.
Which, you know, if my foot would fit in my mouth, I wouldn't have a pedicure. I'd be eating my foot. Oh my gosh.
Well, you have had to take it out a few times, but we won't go there.
Figuratively speaking.
Of course.
Okay, now she's having a pedicure. But did you see, I think they're going to show you next that she has a lovely pineapple setting next to her. The problem with this, not that there's a problem with anything that has to do with chocolate and sugar and anything edible, but they would run out of products. See, there's the pineapples. Now, do you eat it or do you rub it on your body?
Seems a little strange, but I guess anything nowadays that's different
Oh,
will work.
white chocolate truffles.
Okay, now you don't rub those. They put those there and you eat them while you're having
No,
your
I
hands
really
done.
don't think so. I think that it really is a chocolate manicure, and instead of like doing a fondue where you dip strawberries and stuff, you literally dip your fingers in the chocolate, and then you eat it off your fingers.
No.
Yes.
No, that's totally gross.
I'm
There's no way
telling
in the
you.
world. The health department would be there the next day knocking on the
'Cause they're-
door.
Well, they have to make sure the bowl is sterile when they make the chocolate. But I don't think I'd have a problem with that. Just dip this hand. Because when you were little, remember when you used to have candles and you dip your fingers in the wax and you'd have wax fingers?
Lucy, you're lying to me again.
Wax fingers.
I
You know what
know.
else is going on? And this should be very fun.
What's that?
All week long, there has been a search going for the most kissable lips in South Florida. Merrill Norman Cosmetics Day Spa has been having this contest. So they've been having ladies kiss a piece of paper. And I believe we have the 5 finalists here.
First, let me tell them what they'll
Tell
win.
them what they've won,
Andi.
Rick.
A spa package, 30-minute Swedish massage with a European mini facial and makeover. Notice how your
I'll just
voice has to get much
taking
deeper.
That.
When you-
Actually, this is for somebody. We're going to
This
give
is
this
my
away.
Don Pardo thing.
I'm
Would you
sorry.
hold on a minute here?
I think that's
The
it.
winner will get a spa package, a 30-minute Swedish massage with a European mini facial makeover. This for the most kissable lips to the Merle Norman Cosmetics and Day Spa.
Thank you, Don Pardo.
Are you ready to go?
I'm ready. You ready?
First of all, let's
Okay,
show
let's
them the lips.
look at the lips.
All right,
this
tell
is-
me if you can get them. We're right here. Are you ready?
Can you see
There's
them?
number
That's lip number
one.
1. Ooh, pretty.
That's
Lip
Jill
number-
Steinford.
Okay. Lip number 2. is-
That's Laura Register.
Ooh.
Ready? This
That
is
is
Elizabeth.
some red, deep red lipstick.
That's Elizabeth Jackson.
Is
You
she
ready?
drinking the vampire juice?
That's
Jackson. Get it?
Jennifer Conicelli. And this is Sabrina Ventura. These are the 5 finalists sent to us from Merle Norman Cosmetics
And I
Day
believe we're
Spa.
picking the winner.
And I'm going to go with.
I'm going with this one.
You're going with
I
that
think that
one?
this is a very cute little, she didn't put too much lipstick on. Wait,
I'm
you
going
just
with
blocked mine.
I'm going.
I like this one. I'll block yours.
Okay, fine. We go with yours. You
Look
probably.
how cute that is.
It is, after all,
She didn't-
Valentine's Day. Jill Steinford, congratulations.
Yay, Jill!
Dun, 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 dun.
You are going to enjoy your little gift from Merle Norman.
Congratulations, Jill.
It's
It's on the way, as a matter of fact.
the
Well-
massage is in the mail.
Where in South Florida can you feel like a Hawaiian?
Well, we're going to tell you next when we take you to some of South Florida's favorite destinations.
How to look ready for love without wearing pink or red, and a sexy menu to go with it.
Start your day with Today in South Florida. Traffic and weather on the ones give you traffic updates every 10 minutes before you get in your car. Lonnie's forecast will help you plan your day and get all your local news from Bob and Pam. Today in South Florida, weekday mornings on NBC 6.
Your chance to join in on the Rick Sanchez Show is provided by Metro PCS, offering unlimited local calling and nationwide long distance for only $40 a month. Metro PCS gives you permission to speak freely.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Muchas gracias. Hasta luego.
All right.
It's great to see you.
Good to see you.
We only get the best here, you know? I mean, yesterday we had the pirate.
That's right. Wishing you a happy Valentine's Day. Well, this is my favorite part of the show. Well,
Yeah.
one of my favorites. This is where we take you to some local haunts, which are places you may have never seen or heard of. And once you've seen them, you're going to want to go back and back and back.
How many people have stopped you and said, one of the things I like most about watching your show is because I get to find out what to do on the weekend or what new places in
Besides
South
my
Florida I may
mother?
not-
5.
It's true. It's true. It's really true. Well, let's start off with a place that if you grew up in South Florida like we did, your parents took you to, and you kind of freaked out watching people dance. You may have
Crazy
actually
dancing.
driven by a lot of times, but you never believe the ambiance at the Maikai in Fort Lauderdale. Have you been there? Do you remember it? If you're new to South Florida, maybe you haven't. It's been here since 1956.
Long time.
And it's got that big thatched roof that looks extremely Polynesian. It's got 8 dining rooms, A large tropical garden with winding paths and bridges, bamboo everywhere, waterfalls, tiki torches, totem poles, and pardon me.
Totem.
And all types of artifacts.
And they serve Chinese to modern Pan-Asian cuisine, which is just delicious. They've got ancient Chinese wood-burning brick ovens, and the temperatures reach over 600 degrees, and I think he's eating one of the ovens right now.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. The show is the Islander Revenue. It's the best part of the evening, especially those traditional dances, the fire eating, and the spectacular costumes. Ooh, that's one of those giant drinks that you really should not drink by yourself. I would recommend that you have at least 3 or 4 people to drink it, because you'll order it and you'll be like, oh, one for me, and it's this big, and it's got 4 straws for a reason.
Right. By the way, they've got all types of awards, and you can find them right there.
Well, the cool thing is they pull people out of the audience to come up on stage, and they make them dance with them.
Have you been chosen like that?
No, I actually pretend I'm not paying attention at that point. I'm like, no, not me.
You did not make a spectacle of yourself, huh?
No, I always do that anyway.
If you go south, by the way, there's a place along South Beach, not really deep in the heart of South Beach, but it's called Espanola Way. Have you ever
it's
heard
pretty
of
much in the heart now.
Yeah, Espanola Way is a real neat place. It's kind of like a side street off
Look
of
at the belly dancers. You never know what you're going to find down there. And it's got the new Cinematique, which is right there, where you can go see European and international films and lots of different shows that you wouldn't see in a regular theater. And if you want to know more about that theater, you can go to MB, which is Miami Beach, cinema.com, where you can find what's playing and what you might want to see. And it's really romantic. You know, tomorrow they're going to be showing the love goddess Greta Garbo in Matahari.
Yeah, Matahari. She was a spy, you know.
Well, they use the most outrageous costumes that were ever on film, so you might want to check that out. And then they have Valentine's treats by Ghirardelli Chocolate, my favorite.
Yeah, boy, those are really good. What a difference between a real chocolate and the fake ones, huh?
I don't know. I really could eat any chocolate. So.
I can't eat them right now, so don't talk to me about chocolates. But yeah, if you just go down to Espanola Way, it's really neat. When you first look at it, it's kind of dark, and you're wondering, I wonder if I should go there. If you haven't been there already, go there. It's really kind of a cool
and
place.
Make sure, because I used to drive down Espanola Way. It is not for cars anymore. Do not turn down that street. You'll end up running into a few people.
Like you're being cursed at by Parisians or something.
Exactly. Now, this place is really romantic.
Yeah, what is this?
This is Orantique.
No, Ortnique.
Ortnique.
Yeah.
Orange, Ortnique.
It's so wonderful. It's in Miracle Mile in Coral Gables. Probably the most, one of the most impressive, and there are a bevy of restaurants there. By the way, if you're thinking about getting married, this is where you go to choose the wedding dress, and then you're taking out to lunch or dinner here.
But look at the way
Ortnique.
that the food adorns your plate. It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's like art. Look at the pineapples lit up. They have a ton of candles there, and they have a delicious lump crab cake. And then they have like a Caribbean bouillabaisse. I mean, it goes from one extreme to the next, but it's very romantic. And they have drapes and colors hanging. And look at that bar. It looks fully stocked.
It's one of those places where they have the food that looks...
too good to eat, almost.
Kind of eclectic. I think that would probably be the right term.
Well, it's so pretty that you almost don't want to eat it because you ruin the design.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. And guys, can I tell you something? Women love this place. They love to be taken to a place where their food looks like artwork. Now, guys would prefer a big steak at Outback, but you know.
We're not afraid to eat it, though. Take us. We will eat it.
It is, after all, Valentine's.
And then they have chocolates with spices and sugars in them, and it's delicious.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like you really
And I think that they have like an apple vodka or a cherry vodka.
Really?
With the chocolate, and then they rim the glass with sugar. It looks delicious.
How much do you know about this place? I mean, it's like you've got it down pat.
You know, like you say, I like to eat.
Get out.
I like to get around town and enjoy.
It's the get-around girl. Well, we hope you get around to some of the places that we've suggested. And if you have some suggestions for others that you think we should talk about, send us an email. We'll be happy to mention it here. Well, when we come back, we're going to teach you how to make a romantic meal for 2.
Or you could go to the teacher himself, and he'll come and cook it for you. Our Valentine chef is coming up next.
And later, what to wear for that big night out or in. Then Ron McGill from Metro Zoo tells us what the animals do for their Valentines.
Furnishings for the Rick Sanchez Show, provided by Eldorado Furniture. Guests of the Rick Sanchez Show fly Spirit Airlines. Log on to spiritair.com and click on a great low fare today.
Happy Valentine's Day to all you lovers out there.
Yes, and not only happy Valentine's Day, but get ready for some aphrodisiacs. as in food.
No, everything on this table right now is an aphrodisiac.
Everything is reputed to be. Now, of course, there's no guarantees here, but everything throughout anecdotal history and in books and from Don Juan and Greek mythology, these are all the ingredients that they mention.
That's amazing. This is Steve Petashevsky. Huh?
Don Juan.
This is Steve Petashevsky. Steve, interestingly enough, used to work for Whole Foods Market, which just about everybody who was trying to stay, in good shape used to be at.
And he knew Rick very well.
Yeah, well, you knew just about everybody in South Florida.
I did.
Because you would help us all make things when we were
I
trying
used to be the chef of the Unicorn Village and then went to work for Whole Foods.
That's where you look familiar from.
I was like one of the first pioneers of health meets taste on the same plate, kind of.
Where did the Unicorn go?
It closed about a year after I left.
Love
it was
their
an odd
salad
location.
dressings.
Well, thank you. We still make them at the store now.
Really?
In fact, yeah.
So now he's got his own restaurant in Weston, and it's called Chef Steve's.
Right.
But you only have about 15 tables, so you encourage people to come in and get food or learn to make it.
Or we bring it to them.
And take it home.
Yeah, we bring them everything from lunch and dinner for the whole week, in fact, if they want.
Wow.
That's wonderful.
But this is kind of a fun thing that I love to do around Valentine's Day. You want to get some cooking?
Yeah.
Since slowing down here. We're going to make 2 dishes here, one hot, one cold. We want to make sure this is up all the way. It seems to be cooling down a little bit. So while that preheats, let's make this fabulous salad here. Now, this is a great item. Here's 2 really, really popular romance ingredients. These, of course, fresh strawberries. I'll leave those in front in case you want one while we're dining. Now these should be ripe, and I'm going to slice. You're not going to believe how simple this recipe is. I take plain, luscious, delicious, sweet, ripe strawberries.
Now, everything you're making is for 2.
Yes,
correct?
that's correct. Everything I'm making for 2. Well, it depends. I mean, unless, there's 3 or 4 involved here, but certainly
then
2
you
would
ask
be.
For 2 orders.
Absolutely. 2 would be
but
the
this is
deal.
very romantic.
This is a complete romance meal. In fact, one thing I should mention is that this Friday we have our romance cooking class going. There's still a few seats left.
Too.
We do cooking classes twice a month, and this one is our romance foods cooking class on Friday from 7 to 9.
Romance foods, and it's all about the ingredients.
That's it. It's all about the ingredients and putting a lot of love and passion into it. So look at this. We have these beautiful strawberries. Can you smell these? You must be able to, right?
I can. And I
these
think
are
I'll
so
just...
nice. Go ahead. You can
try one. Right.
Now, you would never think about combining the next ingredient with fresh strawberries here, right? But look what I have here. I have a beautiful ripe Florida avocado.
I'll put avocado anywhere.
Now let me tell you something. Think about when you're eating like romantic foods, most of them seem to be foods that are healthier for you, that have like good fat in them, like salmon, for example, or oysters, high protein items. We were talking about protein before. So most of the ingredients seem to be ingredients that would typically be healthy for you. Now, what I'm going to do is...
He makes that look so easy.
Yeah, one of the toughest things with avocados is trying to get the skin off of them.
And finding a ripe one, too.
Yeah, exactly. They're always hard when I get them.
Look at this. I'm just going to take this little bit of skin out. Do not try this at home with a big knife. I have to warn you that first. So we're going to take that little piece of pith off, as they say.
So basically, you just cut it around the middle and twist it to
usually
get
it should come right out, but because this one is a little bit underripe, it's giving me a little bit of resistance.
Don't resist,
Don't resist. Come on out. So look.
We're talking to avocados now.
Here. So we slice it up, and again, it should be really, really ripe. This one's a little bit underripe.
I hate it when they're too ripe.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah, then it's like avocado pudding.
Look at this. We have our...
or
guacamole, right.
You could be creating a new recipe here. So we have some avocado and strawberry.
Avocado pudding.
And look what I'm going to do here. I'm going to drizzle. Actually, you can drizzle a little bit of that honey in there.
Okay. How much?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit of wildflower honey to enhance the sweetness of it. That's great.
Okay.
And this is raspberry vinegar.
Oh,
now just smell that. Isn't that amazing? Raspberry, it's distilled from raspberries, much like wine is. So we had a little bit of raspberry vinegar here.
Wow.
It smells sweet.
A little bit of salt.
It's infused with, it's just vinegar infused with raspberries?
Exactly right.
And
so
you just put salt?
A little bit of salt. Again, think about, you can only taste 5 tastes: sweet, sour, bitter, salty, and spicy. That's it.
Wow.
And this dish has most of it. And look, a little bit of pepper, right? So if you grab one of those spoons over there, Rick.
I'll be happy to. You mean the metal one or the...
any one you want. It's your choice. Dealer's choice. Pick a spoon.
I'm going to pick the wooden one.
Good. So, and you're going to hold that. And you're going to mix that together.
I've changed my mind. I'm going to really...
You're living on the edge.
Go nuts here. Go with the
He's crazy.
He's bringing out the big boy.
What do you want me to do?
Just mix it up lightly.
Oh, sure. I can do that.
And while you're doing that, here's another very, very strong aphrodisiac ingredient.
Pine nuts.
Yes, and the Chinese are the ones who have kind of discovered the romantic powers
of pine nuts. I love pine nuts.
And I think about the population growth in these countries. I think they have something going on here.
I think you might be right.
That's making sense here. So we have these beautiful pine nuts and strawberries.
Wow.
A little bit of, that is the salad. Now, if you want to get really fancy...
Rick, you're going to need a knife to cut that.
If you want to get really fancy, you can put it over a bed of field greens.
Just to make it look pretty.
Yeah, or tossed greens or something like that. And that's one item right there.
That smells so good.
Wow. Look at the look on that, huh?
Oh.
Tell me who couldn't eat that,
right?
Oh.
You want to make one more dish?
Yes, please.
Yeah, let's
Good.
go.
Okay, let's rock on here. So again, real simple. I have a little bit of olive oil right here in the squeeze bottle, a little bit of sesame oil right here. Now let me tell you, this is the primo aphrodisiac ingredient that I have right here. This is it right here. Fresh asparagus.
And I know the key to that is to not overcook it.
That's it. Not overcook it. You want to see something. Now this is the romantic ingredient here, right? Beautiful, firm, right? Light green.
This, not so much.
If your asparagus looks like that, you need to see a physician right away. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this asparagus. This is called cutting it on the diagonal or on the bias.
And why are you
Another way.
doing that instead of straight?
Because it cooks quicker. The Chinese, slice everything on the diagonal, so it increases the surface area and makes it happen real quick.
I
So
thought
watch
it was just
this.
for the look.
And that's the sound you want too, right? We want that asparagus going right in the pan. Oh, he's going to flip it.
I noticed
He's
I
gonna
switched
flip
spots
it.
with you when the hot oil came.
Now, look, here's our aromatic smell.
Garlic.
Ginger.
Look at this, 2 very strong romance foods here. Fresh ginger.
How much just dove
And we
into
also
it.
have some fresh garlic, and we're going to put that right in. Those are our aromatics right here. And to that, we're going to add, again, do you know what this is? You know what kind of mushroom this is? I think you do, right? These are shiitakes.
Your favorite,
Oh,
Rick.
this is. You've had these before,
I love
haven't you?
those,
I know. I
right,
used to
absolutely.
feed these to you years ago. Now look, the shiitake is not only important because it's a romance ingredient, but they're doing tons of research with it to build your immune system.
Really?
So remember when I told you that there's a chemical in this called lentinin that they're actually doing lots of research with for HIV patients and immune system deficiency patients?
Wow.
And this is it right here. This is the real deal here. Shiitakes
I'm so glad
and
you told me that
asparagus.
because I thought I was eating too many mushrooms the other day. But is it only shiitake?
There's actually one other mushroom that it has too. It's called a maitake. That's the other one.
Okay,
Regular
I don't think I
buttons.
had any
No.
taki mushroom.
No
I think it was
takis.
just backyard
No taki
mushroom.
tonight. So
No taki.
there we go. No taki for you. So we're going to put this right in here, and we're going to saute it around a little bit. You can flip it. Rick, you look like you know how to flip that pan. Look at that, huh?
That's a big pan. That is a two-handed pan.
I'm backing away.
Okay, should we use the spoon?
You could if you want, sure.
You know, the beauty of the shiitake is that unlike other mushrooms, it actually has substance to it. So when you
Oh,
eat
yeah.
it, you feel like you have something with a little girth in it. as
Like
opposed
that
It's
to-
meaty.
portobello.
It's
Yeah,
a meaty tasting
exactly.
mushroom. If you're a vegetarian, you love this mushroom because it's got this very fulfilling textures.
what
Now
do we
look,
got now?
we're going to add a little bit of soy sauce. This is actually tamari, which is aged soy sauce.
Really?
And now we're going to juice it up a little bit. This,
Is that spicy?
yes, it's a habanero chili, and
He
chilies,
loves that.
big romance food, raises your metabolism.
Makes you a little pink.
It makes you a little pink, yes. You can always tell when I'm eating this stuff because my forehead shows it right away. With you guys, you'd never know about this, but with me,
No, I would know.
you know right away.
And I
Trust
notice
me.
you cut it up very fine.
Very fine.
So that way nobody gets
Just
a big
little
piece
bit.
in their
That's
mouth,
it.
right?
Very little bit.
Yeah, you know who's
Stir
going to
that
get a big
together.
piece of this in their mouth. It's going to be me, and I'm going to start
Let me move
crying.
those pine nuts.
We lost our pine nuts.
Yeah, no, we have plenty more where that
I'm
came
sorry.
from.
I'm trying to stir,
See
and
how-
he's shaking.
He's doing a great job, though. It's all in the wrist. You see?
All right, I'm just going back over to the strawberry then. You.
That's it.
There you go.
Now that's going to cook a little bit, and you can finish it with one more thing. Now again, all these ingredients were, reputed to be romance foods. Fresh cilantro, okay? Fresh cilantro, great, very
Oh, my
pungent, right?
goodness.
Very, very pungent. There's a lot of flavor going on here. Now think about this. Let's set the tone here. You're making a romantic meal. You start off with your salad. You end up with the asparagus. You can go to shrimp or oysters
And you
or
do
salmon.
this together, and you have a glass of wine.
And the
That's it.
smells billowing through
You
the
can
house.
smell that, right?
Oh,
It's a
my gosh.
progressive thing, right?
There's only one thing missing.
What's that?
A babysitter. Thanks so much,
You got
Steve,
that
for
right.
coming, my
Thank you very
friend.
much. Nice seeing
This
you
is
again. Thank you. Nice
wonderful.
meeting you.
Delicious.
And we're going to have the recipe and the information so people can get a hold of you on our
On your website.
website,
Or
okay?
you can also go to chefsteves.com and find out about our class too.
And when's the cooking lesson
Chefsteves.com in
again?
Weston.
Friday at 7 to 9, you can call the store on the website. It'll be on your website, and you can make reservations. There's a few seats left.
Terrific.
That sounds
you might
delicious.
see me in there.
Thanks.
What's hot and what's not this Valentine's by way of fashions?
We're going to show you next with the help of Miss Florida USA. Stay right where you are.
And have you been watching our show? The right answer to a Rick Sanchez Show trivia question could win you 2 tickets to Stars on Ice.
We bring you the biggest celebrity breakup in history.
Then, only our cameras access the Donald's master bedroom. Plus, Paris caught on tape what she's saying about the video. Next on Access Hollywood.
On NBC 6.
Next, all new Ellen. Britney Spears performs live on stage. The interview you don't want to miss. Plus, Ed's Tom Cavanaugh. Next, all new Ellen.
Today at 4 on NBC 6. Makeovers, the hottest trend. Nip tuck, left. NBC6 takes you to the South Florida spot where you can get it all. Flatter tummy, brighter smile, firmer face, all in one stop. Tonight at 11 on NBC6.
Guest of the Rick Sanchez Show. Travel in style courtesy of Florida Limo Connection.
Happy Valentine's Day from Owen Wilson.
Not nice.
Thanks, Owen.
Yeah, all these stars are like
Right back at you, buddy.
checking us out and trying to do something nice for us, and we certainly
That's
appreciate
so nice.
it. We're trying to do something nice for you. As a matter of fact, because it's Valentine's Day coming up, we talked to you about the food, how to make it romantic. Now let's talk about something else. Let's talk about fashion. Let's talk about
What
clothing.
to wear on Valentine's Day or any time of the year to look very dainty.
What
and
works,
pretty.
what doesn't work, what's out there, what should you stay away from. And
Right.
to do that, we've got Joanne Bertolino. She is from the Wish Boutique in Hollywood.
And clothing is very important to women, of course. So Valentine's Day, whenever there's a specific holiday, it's always a good time for women. They have an excuse to go shopping.
Exactly.
So it works. Anything that we can, make an excuse for to
And
go
you have a
shopping.
little fashion show for us.
We do, absolutely.
Well, let's start it. It's first we have a Kristin who's going to be coming out in a rose dress.
Right.
And talk to us about this.
The big colors are what?
Pink is very hot for spring in general, and always everyone wants to wear red or pink for Valentine's Day. And this dress absolutely flatters any figure.
By the way, we should
Does
mention
everybody
that
know who she is?
No, why don't you go ahead and tell them?
This is Miss Florida, USA 2004. It's Kristin Brissett. And I don't think she could look bad in any dress.
Absolutely nothing.
But she just does happen to look good in this as well.
She looks terrific.
And what is
That's
this again?
beautiful.
Is there a particular style or that people should look for if
Well,
they
this
want to get
has
something
just a
like
hip tuck on the side, has a little ruching in the middle. So, but she looks absolutely fabulous in this dress.
this? What a wonderful thing to wear too for a Valentine's.
For just to go out for dinner, it's absolutely.
Well,
Now-
because the color too. I mean, it's got a particular Valentine's color, I think.
Right.
But I think a lot of women avoid pink and red. Why do they avoid those colors?
Well, they go against the grain. You don't have to wear pink or red. A lot of women like to buy something that they're going to wear again. So not many women wear red.
All right, thank
But
you,
it's so
Kristin. Let's
pretty.
try with Vanessa now. She's going to be bringing out a halter pantsuit, right?
Right. Well, these are pink pants, and they're showing a lot of prints right now for spring. So this is just a little halter. Go out for dinner, go out clubbing, go to South Beach after with your boyfriend.
Those are
or
very, very pale pink pants.
very pale.
No,
So they're good though. They're pretty neutral.
They're neutral. You can wear them as you would wear a black pant or a khaki pant. They
Yeah.
go with everything.
And that's a good thing to wear if it's hot, which down here in South Florida,
It
gets that way,
absolutely
doesn't it?
is.
But it's a very unique looking top. I like that.
Thanks, Vanessa.
Thank you.
Let's go with Heather now, and she's wearing. Who makes this?
This is Ruth, actually. It's a two-piece. It's a tube top with a skirt, and they're showing a lot of embroidery. And this is no pink, no red. It has a little bit of yellow.
But it's very dainty and sweet.
Oh, it's absolutely. And you can take this top and you can wear it with jeans after, which is always great because we wear everything with jeans.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. Thanks so
Beautiful.
much.
Thank you.
Kimberly, come on up.
This is one of my favorite dresses.
This is like a short Cinderella dress, huh?
It is.
This
It's very
is
sweet.
absolutely gorgeous. This is actually Nicole Miller. They're using this as their campaign for the season, and we love this with the flowers. You can wear this again to a summer wedding. You can definitely wear this.
Now,
again.
is the flower attached or is
It's
it removable?
attached. Nope, it's attached.
Huh.
Yeah, it's very.
It's very pretty. It's very dainty and sweet. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I think everything you're showing us so far is very feminine, which
That's
is really
exactly. Right now, the look is,
ultra feminine.
ultra feminine. Absolutely.
Terrific.
Thank you.
Hey, Lauren, come on up. What does Lauren have for us?
Lauren is wearing a cropped pantsuit with a little silk charmeuse top underneath and bows and lace. It's very sexy, this top. But
it's
and
a
you can
nice
always
mix.
use a great black pantsuit. And
Exactly.
this is, and those button details on the bottom and on the jacket are beautiful.
Look how good she looks. And you would never have known that she was up in the green room stuffing her face before coming down here and trying this
No.
out.
That's my girl.
She eats good, this one.
Yes, she does. And I love this top.
Okay, I promised not to say that, and I did. didn't I?
But she looks phenomenal, and keep
Mhm.
eating, honey. She looks great. That's
Do it.
so pretty.
Do it while you can, right?
Exactly.
All right, we've got Kristin coming back. Miss Florida, USA.
Yes.
Now what's Kristin got on?
That's pretty.
These are another pair of mauve pants that you can wear again. They're versatile. You can wear them over and over. And then this is just a real fluttery top. Has like a little like Indian-inspired embroidery with a little flutter sleeve.
I think it's funny that people don't realize that these color pants are so neutral.
They are.
That go
Absolutely.
with everything.
Absolutely.
And
They
they're
go
so
with
different
everything.
from the usual black because we always
Right.
wear black, and I love black, but
these
nice.
are great, and they fit great.
And that top's
It's very pastel-y, isn't it?
It is.
It's
soft and
Absolutely.
soft and whimsical, yes. Thanks again, Kristin.
Thank you.
Vanessa, come on up again, girl.
Yeah.
There she is.
And here we have ruffles, and they're showing a lot of ruffles.
I love ruffles.
This reminds you
You
of
do.
Savannah in
Yes.
that little outfit. His 2-year-old.
It's got a cheerleading look to it.
It's, again, very feminine.
Right.
Very
Bows
pretty.
again. We have lace on the shoulders. And the
Yeah.
color's great.
And it's very cool again.
Mm-hmm.
All these outfits are cool. They're
Right.
perfect for Florida.
And you can always throw a denim jacket over it if you needed to.
A
or
what jacket?
A denim jacket.
Oh, a denim.
Absolutely.
I thought she said a dumb jacket. I said,
No,
there's a new
no
term.
dumb jacket.
A dumb denim jacket.
Bad jacket.
Now, you have in your store clothes that range for children all the way up to adults.
Right, we have infants up to infants, boys and girls up to 16, and then women's.
So what you're
0
showing
through
right
12.
now is women's.
Women's.
Okay, Vanessa, thank you very much.
Let's bring Heather up now. Come on up, Heather.
Oh,
And
very
this
pretty.
is the last outfit, and this is actually a 2-piece, but it
Oh,
looks like a
that's
dress
great.
on. It's beautiful. And this is Diane von Furstenberg, and you know, I always love separates. I think
Absolutely.
separates are the way to go sometimes, just because you can wear them over and over, and pieces always work.
And
can
you mentioned earlier that you can also wear it like with a pair of pants or a pair of jeans.
Yeah,
right?
you could throw this top on with
Exactly.
black pants, or you know,
Exactly.
white
Or
pants in
jeans
the
even,
summer. Jeans.
With a dumb jacket.
Right. You could always throw this skirt on with, you know, a different color tank and throw a pashmina or something over it.
Well, that's
beautiful.
wonderful. Boy, and we have the perfect models for this stuff. huh?
Yeah.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
I wouldn't have looked very good in any of that stuff.
But I
we
bet
thank
she could find you something nice.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, with red pumps.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Wish Boutique
Wish
in
Boutique
Hollywood.
in Hollywood.
Where are you guys located?
We are on Sterling Road.
Mhm.
We are just west of 95.
Oh, that's wonderful.
In Point San
Thanks so much for coming in.
Gorgeous, gorgeous
Thank you
things.
so much
Thank
for
you so
having us.
much.
I had so much
Appreciate
fun.
it.
That's perfect stuff
Thank
for
you.
this particular day and the day coming
Any
up in a
day.
couple, right?
Any day.
Up next, our Metro PCS phone trivia contest.
And your Valentine's date could be taking you to Stars on Ice.
We'll be back.
What about the animals? How do they get romantic? Ron McGill from Metro Zoo has all their secrets still to come.
Flooring for the Rick Sanchez Show, provided by Miami Carpet and Tile.
Look how pretty. That is so pretty. That's Stars on Ice by Smuckers.
Wouldn't that make a wonderful date for Valentine's Day?
Absolutely. And I think we're going to send 2 people there if they can answer the question properly.
This is what we do for you. We try to hook you up, as they say. Not only have we taught you what to make or perhaps where to get your meal for Valentine's Day,
Now we're going to tell you where to take them on Valentine's Day.
but wait, we also told you exactly what you could do as far as clothing is concerned. And here
Now
comes the
they're
good
now they're full, dressed, and ready to go. But where are you going?
And now we have the date, as they say. 2 tickets each to Stars on Ice this Friday night. It's one performance only in South Florida. Oksana Bayul is going to be on our show later this week, we should add. She and dozens of other stars that you know are going to be performing there. So this is good.
You know what time it is?
It's time to play the Metro PCS Trivia Challenge. I believe our first caller on our Metro PCS line is Mark.
Mark, are you there?
Yeah, hey, Andy.
How are you?
It's time.
It's time.
Let's play Metro PCS.
Yeah, we love
We're
you.
rocking.
What's going on, Big
How
Mark?
you doing? Getting fired up for Valentine's Day this weekend?
Who you got? You married? You got a
Of course,
gal? or-
we've got the wife and 2 kids. I figured if I won these tickets that I was going to invite Andy along so my kids could sit on her lap and like Savannah and Remy.
You've been watching.
That's great, Mark.
You guys, you keep everyone riveted.
She's great. I'm telling you. Take her along, and the kids will be entertained, and you and your wife can have some special moments together.
Well, that's the plan.
All right, Mark.
Yeah, they would have to sit on your lap because we're only giving away 2 tickets right now.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
now you're just going to have to find a babysitter, and I know Rick's going to say call Andy. So
Exactly.
Yeah, good call.
You ready? Where are you calling us from, Mark?
We're calling from Parkland, Florida.
From
Wow.
Parkland. You have one of those big acre lots?
Correct, sir.
Yeah.
With a nice little pony in the back.
You have a little pony in the back.
A real pony?
Yes, it's a little pony. My daughter's quite the equestrian.
Oh my gosh, that's like when I was little and I said, Daddy, will you buy me a pony? He actually did it.
Yeah,
Right there?
exactly.
Are you right there
I'm
on the?
Yes, man.
Are you right there on the bend on Sawgrass?
Well, it just lies a little bit north. Like if you head into kind of like the heart of the Parkland area, and then you start heading north towards Boca.
Sounds wonderful.
You find like it's Pine Tree Estates area.
That's so nice.
All right, here's your question, and if I do say so myself, I think it's an easy one, especially for someone like you who normally watches this show, or should I say faithfully watches this show.
Regular viewer.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Go
Okay.
ahead, Andy, shoot.
Here you go. What famous New York politician is reportedly being considered to replace Dick Cheney?
You heard it first right here on this show.
Can you go ahead and repeat that question?
Certainly.
Here, let me give it to you in my broadcast voice. You
Yeah,
ready?
you might misunderstood
I
me.
think the question was, where does Valentine's actually come from?
No. The
And
question,
answer would be
no.
Europe.
What famous New York politician is reportedly being considered to replace Dick Cheney if, of course, Dick Cheney decides, or President Bush decides that Dick
Bush
Cheney
is
and
running.
Halliburton are too big of a burden for
My
him?
guess would be, because I did not see the segment, my guess is Rudolph Giuliani.
Yay!
Congratulations, Mark. You and a friend will be going to one performance of Stars on Ice. Thanks for calling us,
You're
man.
really going to enjoy it. It looks great.
Rick, Andy, you guys rocked. Thank you very much.
All right.
We're going to have a great time. Andy, you are invited if you'd like to join us.
Oh, thank you. Have a good
Rick, I
Valentine.
don't want to leave you out either, buddy.
All right, thanks, buddy. We'll go play golf or something. All right, let's go to Ron now. Ron's on the line as well, and we've got what I consider to be an easy question for him as well.
Everything's easy to you.
Yeah.
Mr. Brainiac over here.
Hey, Ron, are you there?
I'm there. Hi, Rick. Hi, Andy.
Good.
Hi, Ron.
Where are you calling from, Ron?
I'm in Coral Springs.
Coral Springs.
Right around the corner.
Boy, that's a lovely area as well. In fact, you're right next to Parkland, exactly.
That's right.
Parkland,
Yeah,
Coral
I'm in
Springs.
the lower end area.
Well, Mark just won the tickets, so now you guys could carpool if you win.
That's true.
And maybe, do you have kids?
No.
Oh, then if you have somebody that can babysit for Mark, that'd be great.
I was going to ask you what you're doing Friday because I don't have anybody to go with.
Do you want to go with me? Was he talking to me or her?
Not you, Rick. Sorry.
Oh, gee, foiled again.
Well, Ron, let's pray that you get this right.
Okay.
This
You
is
ready?
easy.
I'm ready.
You've been watching the show?
Yes.
All right.
Excellent.
What famous Broadway show is now playing at the Broward Theater for the Performing Arts?
42nd Street.
Ta-da!
Yay!
Boy,
We
you're
have
amazing.
two brilliant men that just called in. I love it.
It's amazing the way these people actually watch.
We want to thank you for watching, Ron.
And then remember.
Thank you for having a great show.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now you could take somebody special
Thank
to
you.
see Smucker's Stars on Ice.
What? Schmucker?
No, I got to tell you.
Is that a Yiddish word? Thanks again, buddy. All right. It's long been one of the hottest acts in town. Animals having sex. Ron McGill. Well, it's what it is. And a lot of adults have done this, and, you know, it's part of his act. It's Ron McGill. You've heard of him. He's been on all the news shows, and he's bringing his traveling road show to our studio when we come back.
Yes, and tomorrow we have star skater Oksana Bayul, plus how to strip for your husband and exercise at the same time.
Lighting for the Rick Sanchez Show is provided by Pego Lamps.
Evidence is uncovered.
Looks like it could be from a woman's suit.
Now, a killer must choose between her life and her daughter's. The Salem serial killer.
Oh my God, no!
Days of Our Lives. Weekdays at 1 on NBC Daytime.
Join NBC6 at the 41st Annual Washington Mutual Coconut Grove Arts Festival, February 14th through the 16th. Enjoy more than 300 of America's top artists, artist demonstrations, lectures, and much more. Admission to the visual arts area just $5 per person or free with your Metrorail Golden Passport. Free sponsor exhibits and concerts all weekend long in Peacock Park. Come have fun with the whole family. For more information, go to NBC6.net. Proudly supported by Mercy Hospital.
on an all-new Starting Over.
What's happening here? Am I being shut out? I don't like this.
Is Christine sabotaging Hannah's goal?
Now that's me off. You've been off all day.
Next, Starting Over.
Today at 11 on NBC 6.
It's time to have fun with the animals. Boy,
no animals today, though.
We've got Ron McGill here. It's almost like I don't need to introduce you. You've become like this.
I'm just happy to see it's just Ron and no Komodo dragons.
No dragons to kiss Andi in the face.
Yeah. He's almost like a cult figure in South Florida.
No.
Well, I don't mean it in a negative thing.
No.
But everyone knows about Ron McGill.
Because I'm old.
No, well, you're not old.
Been here too long.
You know what he's gonna talk about? Animals making whoopee.
Well, Valentine's Day. This is a thing that happens every Valentine's Day, and I haven't done it at the zoo for a while because I kind of fly around the country doing it. But I do this talk called Sex and the Animals. We used to call it Sex with the Animals. People started expecting some weird stuff, so we changed that name quickly.
No, that's a good.
We changed that name quickly, but it's a talk. It's for adults only, but we don't use any profanity or anything like that. And what we do is we try to draw parallels to people and animals. Right. I tell people before we see the talk, which is the slide program of animals reproducing, in different ways.
And I should stop you there for a moment because it's probably more polite if I do it rather than you. This, folks, is the biggest hit in South Florida. I guarantee you, if someone has seen it, they will come to you and say, I went to see this show called Sex with the Animals.
And the Animals.
Sex and the Animals, that's right. It's not about bestiality.
No.
But people love this thing.
It's fun because what I tell people in the beginning, I said, listen, folks, you're going to see things in these animals tonight that you have either done or you have thought about doing, but you didn't want to tell anybody because you thought it was weird. And the thing about animals is there's so much we can learn from them, Rick. And that's what I tell people all the time is that, animals don't have hang-ups about the size of things, the duration of things, the frequency of things. They don't watch talk shows with experts telling them what you're supposed to do.
I don't know about that. Have you seen the monkeys on display at some of these things?
But I'm serious. These animals do what comes naturally. Right. And I think by watching them a lot of times, you get a wonderful appreciation for yourself. You find out how your own behaviors come out.
They basically have no hang-ups.
They don't have any hang-ups. Right. There's no, it's like, an animal, for instance, people say, well, there's an animal. It's a male and female. Just put them together. They'll do what comes naturally. That's wrong. I mean, you do that sometimes and animals will kill each other because animals have to, like people, like each other.
Wow.
And if you don't do those introductions properly, you have problems. And that's the art. Well,
they have to meet your parents first.
Well, you really have to get to like each other, and they have different types of behaviors, For instance, in birds, sometimes we want birds to breed, but birds might be imprinted. We might have hatched out a bird at the zoo that hatched out. We were raising it as a person. The bird grows up thinking it's a person. It won't court. It will not court another bird, but it'll court us.
Oh,
so what we have to do is we actually have to dance to the bird sometimes.
Oh, you must look lovely doing that.
Well, but it stimulates the bird so we can get it to reproduce its own species.
Say, how do you mate with a bird?
Well, it doesn't mate with us.
You know what else you could do? If his mother's Jewish, tell him you're a doctor, and then you'll be fine. You'll be able to go.
This is the cool stuff about animals. And then people, what they inevitably do is they always compare themselves to animals. It's
they say you start to look like your dog after a while.
Well, not just that, but in the accomplishment area, shall we say. Like you say, well, if I was with my significant other the other night and I was with my significant other several times in one night, that's like, wow, that's a big night for some people. That's a big year for a lot of people, okay? But you look at an animal, the record belongs to a little thing that looks like a gerbil. It's called the Shaw's Jerd. It breeds every 15 seconds for an hour.
Every 15 seconds?
That's over 200 times an hour.
What is it? Is it an insect?
It's a rodent. It's a rodent.
It's like a gerbil.
It's incredible, Some animals breed and the mating may take only 30 seconds. An elephant mating sometimes can only take about 30 seconds. Wow. And if she gets impregnated, because the pregnancy is the longest pregnancy of any animal in the world, almost 2 years, 22 to 24 months for an elephant, when the baby's born, it's 250 pounds, okay? 250 pounds.
Wow.
And then she nurses the baby for the next couple of years. So if that's the only female that's available to that male, he might have sex for 30 seconds and not have sex again for 4 years, maybe 5 years.
Well,
so it's one of these things. Animals are cool that way.
No. I'm much more like the gerbil, actually.
But look, Rick, what I tell people in that aspect is you got to look at quality versus quantity, okay? Quality versus quantity. And sometimes, you see a lot of behaviors in animals that you see in people, and you say, oh, my gosh, that's the way I feel.
Now, do animals only do it because they want to procreate, or are there some animals that...
Most animals do, but there are animals that do it for fun and for enjoyment, and more importantly, to increase their social stature within a group. For instance, the bonobo, the pygmy chimpanzee.
Yeah.
The females use sexual favors. They give sexual favors to the males to get presents, to get food, to get elevated in the social stature.
Women.
Wow.
Do women do that? Andy, I'm learning something on this show. But yes, that's been proven. What people don't realize, most animals are not monogamous. As a matter of fact, almost all mammals are not. Probably the only truly monogamous mammal is a human, and that can be questionable.
We'll be right back.
Andy's Makeup by Hanan. For brides, call 954-540-6386. Andy's Wardrobe from Annabella Boutique in the Weston Town Center.
Guest of the Rick Sanchez Show, stay at the Wingate Inn Miramar and the Hampton Inn Pembroke Pine.
There are only 6 new episodes of Friends left, and tonight brings an unforgettable Friends event.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You're invited to Phoebe's wedding. Then, on an all-new Apprentice, the teams compete in a celebrity auction.
So,
while the boardroom backstabbing surprises even Trump.
You were rude. You are rude.
Going once, going twice.
You're fired.
Plus, an all-new ER tonight.
Is that a baseball bat you have there, Ron?
Well, some would think so. It looks like a little Louisville slugger, but actually, this is what is called a baculum. Sometimes it's called an oocyc. And it belongs to a walrus. And let's just leave it that this is something that helps the male walrus reproduce effectively.
Really?
Okay, yes, it does.
That's in his hoo-ha.
Yeah, well, yes, it is. And what you have to understand is because in the animal kingdom, the female runs the show. The female says if, when, how many times. She may be releasing pheromones that makes the male, it's like a perfume that goes, oh my goodness, the male saying, oh my gosh, please, I'd love to be with you. But she goes, no, until she reaches that ovulation where she knows she's ready to reproduce to successfully conceive.
There you go.
And that happens like all of a sudden in a lot of animals. And the female walrus might be saying, no. And then all of a sudden she goes, now. And she means right now. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
When you got one of these, you're ready right now.
Right.
That's exactly how it works. And I mean, that's the cool thing about it.
I got it.
You know, and these are the things we learn from animals. No, these are the things that we learn from animals that I think are really fascinating. That's why this show has become so popular. I mean, it's already sold out.
As will this show after this episode with you.
No, it's sold out already.
No, I mean ours.
Oh, yeah.
Ron, thanks so much
it's
for
always
coming.
A pleasure.
We love having
Andy,
you.
thank you so much. My pleasure.
Boy, what a show that was. And it's going to be, but it's sold out, like he said.
I'm sure you can sneak in the back door.
Well, yeah, if you watch.
We always got seats for you guys.
That's right.
Thanks so much for being with us once again, and we'll be looking for you again tomorrow.
Have a great day.
One-stop makeovers tonight at 11.